Just had to win a flash, yeah.
A really, really tasty little flank there coming out of Taki. That's a good little advantage. That should get them through the early game very, very safely.
And they weren't even having a bad early game either way, right? I mean, it's Zaya Rakan bot lane. Definitely very, very powerful. I mean, good death sentences, but CBL could maybe turn it the other way around. Also, the Flake could maybe to some extent just deny a very good Grand Entrance engage on the side of Taki, but a flash down on the Kaiser, definitely very, very favorable for the side of Saigon Buffalo, and they are already, like, on paper the favorite team we would have here. And here, death sentence level 1, but CBL also not taking the best of trades.
Just noticed, up in the top lane, that's a Ghost now.
It's a Ghost now, yeah. Flash Ghost versus Flash Ghost. I mean, maybe the friendship with top lane TP has ended. Now Ghost is my best friend, and I think now just wants to match what Triname has. And despite getting one down, he just wants to run fast himself to really keep some safety on his own. But I think eventually the Triname will still just run down the Na, because he just gets multiple spinning slashes off with his Fury stacking up, and him lowering the cooldown with his auto attack, and eventually just Na can't keep up.
Call him based. So coded, he's based.
I mean, he's also the one. He's the one not playing Tryndamere, so he's kind of based in that regard already. Despite playing, of course, Marby's least favorite champion, at least it's not Tryndamere. I mean, come on, it should be fine.
He is based and Narpilled, and goaded on the Fury. So we'll have to see if he can pull that one off as we just move past this. Froggy on the Galio, a comfort of comfort pick for him. But do you actually like it?
No, it's still the classic VCS disease of single magic damage threat Galio. But I think with SGB's identity, it's somewhat fine still, because they will just brutalize the mid game with the roaming playstyle of it anyway. But I would have still preferred the Silas or the Blanc coming up, because those would have been decent picks against it with the trade. At least the Silas would be somewhat safe, because it would even match the scaling and just ultimately run down the Twisted Fates, just seal a Destiny, make a better Destiny on your own. And the LeBlanc, of course, in game 1, it failed on the side of Blazes to play it against... no, actually it was Froggy losing 2 Blazes in the reverse matchup. So the Silas would be a matchup I would have preferred much more, but Froggy Galio is like the iconic comfort pick for him, I would say, and him impacting the game, having surprisingly much early game priority with this pick, as he has a lot of AoE damage for the wave, and Twisted Fate somewhat struggling there to keep up with it. Means Froggy, of course, can impact the side lanes greatly, and yeah, speaking of the side lanes, Killer Queen also making his first move.
Yeah, he's rolling down to the bottom lane. I don't think a Graves can do anything into the Lover's lane, though. Yeah, just... I mean, to be fair, as someone who has a pet bird, I think if you used a shotgun on one, it would die.
I also think that would happen, but you can't really do it without CBL. I mean, if CBL is ready there with, like, lanterning someone in, then flaying someone, landing point-blank death sentence, it would work, but... like this, it kind of doesn't. So, yeah, not really the best gank he could pull off there. Not even trading a Summoner spell or burning a Summoner spell from the Lovers Duo bot lane. And Shogun and Taki are very fine here. They are down some CS because of the pressure that was pulled through. But if they catch this wave, they will be not as behind as it currently looks like.
Well, there you go, chat. You learned something. If you ever go hunting out in the bush for birds or whatever, make sure you bring a lantern. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
go sleep at night. It's easier.
And you see more.
Taki getting knocked up. They didn't actually drop a ward on the lantern though, so that ignite kind of just wasted.
Yeah, kind of. I also think what hurt on communication was, because it was like Taki was all excited about this 2v2 and Shogun was like, nah, I'm not fighting that. Who cares? And yeah, just winning one ignite for a little bit of damage. Lantern kind of making it very futile, as you said. And BJ, he is spotted on the wards, so I don't think Coded is any worried about getting collapsed on, because he just brings this wave in anyway. But now Hazmat tries to freeze him here, and he manages to do so. This wave will not crash into the turret, so now very awkward laning state for Coated. He kind of just now has to wait for Hazmat to push it back into him. And now, of course, the move is there.
To be called. Yeah, there's the Spectral Maw. Good flash by Coated. BJ tried to...
What?
Whoa, I don't know if you can go under tower here, buddy. He doesn't die, but that was bold.
they also weren't really on the same page. They look, if you just check what BJ's movement was, one was going out, the other was going in, and BJ almost dying to the turret. And at the end of the day, it cost them this first Inferno Drake basically for free. It would have been fine if they just forced a flash from Coated, but then BJ decided, yeah, I just flash after a hit and try to fight it. And Husband would have had his ultimate and his flash available. I think if they both fully commit to it, they would get the kill into Coated there. But like this, it wasn't even trading Summoner spells up, actually trading Summoner spells down and losing the Drake at the other side of the map. I wouldn't say complete disaster for Saigon Buffalo, but definitely not a good look.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a bit of a strange early game, just in general. This is not how the VCS typically plays. It's not how SGB and Luxury typically play. Just slow, objective-based, wave state-based play. And I know everyone out there is saying, yeah, that's how you play League. Yeah, not in Vietnam. We play a different game. As another knock-up lands onto Vit, but there really is just no actual kill threat here.
Yeah, not if you cannot land the Blade Caller with like 3 feathers laying on the ground and all 3 piercing through a target. You would get then the snare off, but that's not what happened there. They were too spread out, and also the Zaya is not strong enough. I mean, it is also not a lethality Zaya. This time it will be a crit Zaya going lethal tempo, and also the Noon Quiver already in the inventory means it will take some more time to scale. Now, he was entrance in.
Coming in. That was really smart. Rakan dives in, Rakan dives out, summoning the Froggy, but Froggy's gonna die. They can pick up 2 kills on the other side, so it's worth it. BJ, you need to play so much better there, man. That was a shocker. As Shogun will pick up the kill to make it worth it, but I feel like that could have been a 3-for-1.
I think so too. I mean, you could just pick off any of these souls and just get the reset and just be untargetable for some time. And now maybe the Killer Queen alone can do something about it. Many cooldowns blown by the side of the bot lane from Saigon Buffalo, but they maybe even return the fire. And Killer Queen doesn't know where they are. They can just fight him.
And there's a Rakan ultimate still available. He does a lot of damage, though. Collateral damage rattles through the scrub and takes down these oversized chickens. He's going to move on forward, too. He's got 2 pellets locked and loaded. It's not the end of the line, though, as Rakan will escape.
Yeah, Rakan will escape, so your bird being fine in that regard. And here we see the bot lane dive again, great entrance into Hero's entrance, and they are kind of split now because BJ is a little bit far off. It will at the end of the day be fine, but Froggy dies first for the first blood of the kid, and now BJ, this looks so weird, he could just auto-attack them. I think he could just reset off these target there. Maybe he would just die to the turret anyway, but he can at least try to do it. And double kill goes out for the side of Shogun, and the wave gets lost into the turret, so it will be fine at the end of the day for Saigon Buffalo. And Killer Queen getting the kill at the end of there onto Shogun was, of course, what kind of redeemed Luxury in this play. I wonder if Shogun could flash the collateral damage there and just return the fire to Killer Queen to kill him. And now we see BJ being maybe caught onto the Rift Herald sneak, but maybe he can just kill Killer Queen because he has the red buff.
Yeah,
Heartbreaker instead of damage.
Heartbreaker is a lot of damage, follows in with the Blast Cone as well. That's a huge kill as BJ will come over, has access to the Graves damage, doesn't actually go over the wall though, I thought he might have, as he moves in now onto Vit with the Heartbreaker, takes a lot of damage in return though, and now he just has nowhere to go. Gets the Kaiser roll used, another Acathian Rain. Yeah, he's buying time, but he didn't need to do that.
Maybe not, he was also very close to finishing off
Herald without him.
Yeah, they couldn't Herald anyway, is what I'm thinking. I think he just had to run this way to at least buy some time because he would die anyway, and if he walks towards his team, he just, exposes them further to the threat of Luxury coming in. So I think going downstairs was the fine decision for him. But yeah, he just bought some time. Maybe could have returned the fire onto Vit a little bit better and just get the kill into him. But Vit also played it quite nicely in dodging. I think one of the Qs that was coming out from the Viego. And like this, it's just a return of kills. But first of all, impressive from BJ to even get the first kill onto Killer Queen. Because he was a level down, just used his all-in window and the web buff very well. And Blazes might be caught out here. But the Lantern saves him.
Gets taunted, but the Lantern is better. Oh, but he steps back up. Grand Entrance is interrupted, so he's just fine. So far, we're seeing why CBL picked Thrash. He has probably prevented about 5 kills with his W alone.
For sure. Also, his Death Tenders aren't too far off either, and I wonder why he doesn't play this Thrash pick more. I think it was also a pick that could have been picked last game, where they went for a different support. I think it was a Leona, which of course also works fine with the Kaiser, but if his Thrash is that good, I mean, you could just play it and also have more impact in the team fights with it to just save people over and over again. And disengage from Luxury, I'm not quite sure if it's good.
It's pretty good so far as they're chaining the CC, but they do just have to run away. That's SGB, of course, as Featherstorm comes out. Can he actually rip it back? He can. Takes down CBL. It's an excellent start. Blaze is very far ahead of his team, but the catch isn't quite there. Grand entrance into Spectrum or into Heartbreaker, into the Soul Steal, and now Froggy's got the taunt onto Killer Queen. There is a reset from BJ, throws the wrong card, but moves over to Vit. Good stuff there with the fake outs. That's a big fight win.
Luxury was too busy running away and didn't really bother dealing too much damage. They were trying to cut it out, but at the end of the day, it was just SGB being ready for the play with BJ coming in. He actually tanked the hook, but it was at the end of the day fine because you cannot really kill the Vigo anyway. The positioning was very off from Luxury there. Really cocky invade play from them, and it all results in them losing not only the turret, but also the first turret, and the Drake, and Husband on the other side of the map, yeah, he just solo kill coated and now get free platings. It looks pretty doomed for Luxury with this passage of play alone.
Yes, let's see how this happened. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and guess how this happened. Yeah, he right-clicked on him.
Yeah, he did.
Right level for enemy gameplay. The right-click button.
Coated at least tried to like walk circles around the turret, which was very cute to see. Walking 2 rounds around it. It was still futile at the end of the day. Trinidad just right-clicked, and yeah. Well played, Hasmet, I dare say. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday. You don't have to use your mechanics, as there's a good catch. Straight onto Blazes, can't get to the Lantern. Well played there by Froggy.
Yeah, thumbs up also from Shogun. Really nicely done. Shogun basically also just had to right-click, but I liked how he used the Gale Force offensively also to be quicker out of turret range and also be a bit more in the offensive distance. But here we see again what happened at the blue buff invade that Luxury ultimately should have called off. They try to chase on towards the target, but they don't know that BJ is around or don't respect him enough because they should have seen him coming. He tanked the hook. At the end of the day, CBL is dying first towards the damage, and here we see the problem. They are running away, and with them being busy to run away, they don't really do any damage, and Galio can just keep chasing them. Another kill comes out, and what was Coated doing? I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a very good question. Taki is also dead, as there's the Twisted Fate ultimate being used. They're going to try and catch onto B&J. They have a lot of damage. Can he actually get away? He tries to turn it. And Killer Queen survives. That's a big shutdown given over as well. This Graves could be in a position to carry.
Definitely could be, but him alone is probably not enough to really carry this team side on the side of Luxury. Vit is not really accelerated in this game. Shogun very much is so, as he happened to get quite a lot of kills. Also, Froggy is doing kind of fine against this Twisted Fate still. And we have seen like all this bot lane dive where like Vit was missing CS. I think he still kind of hurts from that. And even last game where he was like in a position to carry, the Kaiser didn't really flourish until later on. And even later on, because of the poke nature that the build really has, it's very hard to set up team fights, especially against something like the Crit Kaiser. I mean, just look at the bot lane difference. It's not just some CS, it's so many kills for the side of Shogun. And we see in the item build, he's already on Gale Force, looking for the second item, while Kaiser is on this garage sale of an item build.
The carriage sale. Oh, I love it. I once found a Nintendo 64 being sold for $10 at a garage sale. Best $10 I've ever spent.
That's probably the next item that Vit is going to build, if he finds it. Maybe he will have more fun this way.
Hell yeah. It closes League of Legends and opens up Mario 64 on an emulator. It's much better.
Yeah.
Taki. Ooh! It was a clever flash, but didn't really matter in the end. And on the other side, we do see the replay. We see the end of Coded solo killing Hazmed. But as we come back, SGB has just had their engage blunted. So they're alive.
And I actually need to apologize to Coded because I was flaming him after seeing that, or not seeing that play where he died to BJ at the end of it. He was actually solo killing Hazmed, so it was more than fine to really trade 1-for-1 in the 1v2. So something, kudos to him, but this is another 1v2 and I think this might not be too favorable for him. The Gnar already hopped, so he will eventually get one down here.
Yeah, he can just try to buy as much time as he can, try and get Hazmed to spend the ult. Can't do that, but he did what he could. On the other side, we do have Shogun taking some damage, dodges away from the Prey Seeker though. Also
dealing some damage. He returns the fire quite nicely there. He basically dealt about as much damage as they took onto him, so very, very fine from him. Featherstorm is up.
Storm is up as they push towards this tower. Once again, SGB has been making a lot of attempts at this mid tower, but it has been pretty thoroughly... What?
Oh, BJ? Yes, Heartbreaker.
Okay, vision in this game is weird sometimes, as Killer Queen apparently just couldn't see him. He was just around the corner, but that looked very funny.
It definitely did, and Graves Jungle, again, very useful champion. We see it over and over again. BJ, we already saw him solo killing him from a level down. Now it won't get easier as he is now even more fat considering his item build. And the gold allocation in general is something that definitely plays in Saigon Buffalo's favor, I would say. With so many kills onto Viego and Zaya, and no kill actually going over to Foggy, who doesn't really need them, right? He just needs to be the utility bot, needs to land a good taunt, maybe good justice punch, or hero's entrance to really save his team. But on the other hand, you have like kills basically spread out over everyone. The Twisted Fate has a kill, and he doesn't really do much as he's more of the utility carry himself. And Killer Queen, yeah, he's also around the corner. That's how Vision works.
That is how Vision works. It's really unfortunate for Killer Queen that he didn't take another half step. Mid tower goes down. Have we lost Quincy?
What? No, we haven't lost Quincy.
Oh, we haven't. Okay.
If we lose Quincy, then we lose the whole stream. So yeah, that won't happen this time.
I thought maybe we might have actually lost me. Obviously, from my perspective.
Yeah, maybe we do. Now second herald, of course, on the table for the side of SGB, and meanwhile also the Mountain Blade, but it won't immediately get attacked by the side of Saigon Buffalo. And yeah, the pressure is taking, and I think some minimap is... no, never mind. I thought the minimap was bugged, but it actually isn't.
It's not. As Huzmed has claimed another tower, traded for a dragon for Killer Queen, but with the current distribution of dragons and the fact that it's only 2, Soul is a long way away, and Huzmed with a Herald is a right now kind of thing.
Yes, and Herald can get the charge off, but not the charge onto the tier 3 turret, but Saigon Buffalo's just pressing Luxury apart. 5 kills. Like, Killer Queen just dying to the AWM basically there. But also, Killer Queen, he tries to get out, but he just dies.
Yeah, it's very close. Featherstorm to reset the tower aggro. It's not going to be enough. It is going to be a triple kill picked up, and then a lovely hook in onto Blazers with the stolen soul by Viego. That's 4 kills in the blink of an eye as Luxury just melt away.
Yeah, they just kind of tanked the damage coming out from Shogun. Shogun eventually, of course, falls to the turret, but it was still such a huge swing for Saigon Buffalo again. 4 for 1 in this extent, and Trinidad just at the end of the day also tanking the turret and just relieving it with the Undying Rage. Bit now tries his best to escape the damage, but he can only do so much. Is ignited, so he will eventually fall, and Saigon Buffalo just brutalized him in these team fights. Hook also landing from the stolen fresh that BJ picked up, so nice champion mastery coming out from him, and Saigon Buffalo can just propel the lead down. Yeah, it's not 6k gold. That's the thing with Viego. Like, are you really a Viego master if you cannot play literally every champion to perfection? You aren't, right?
Do you really have friends if you play Viego? I don't think so. As
No.
Taki using that increased battle dance range to get back to his wife. What happened here? Oh, looks like Huzmed died.
Yeah, looks like Husband died. He could flash it maybe, but maybe also is like, I'm not flashing that, and I could need that flash in a more important moment. If he solo kills me there, it's pretty whatever. What is really up there to take for them? Maybe objective shutdowns and getting the turret. Kodak now maybe out of position. So shortly before the Baron just was spawning.
Though. And now there's a huge collapse coming in from Luxury. BJ and Taki are in some trouble, but they're very quick. Spectral Maw gets them a little bit more distance. Can they actually blow BJ up? They can. Huzmed is here and he's doing his chopping. He's got 1. Can he get 2?
Get 2?
That would be huge. Oh my word, that's just not fair. As Tryndamere gets himself a double. 2 for 2 so far.
Oh no, Shogun.
Now the rest have arrived. That is a massive nah! As he bangs them into the wall. Triple kill for Conan because he is goated.
And why is Shogun going for this? This is a Mega Gnar just now spawning. He's so tanky in the first place. He can also just knock you into the wall with double CC coming out. Killer Queen also, especially close to the wall, deals so much damage with the end of the line, and you just get bursted down in a single iteration. He didn't even get to use the Feather Storm, and this right now may just mean that SGB is forced to give away this Baron, Binjay not being around. Also, the bot lane's still dead, of course. TP. No, that's actually Destiny to zone them off. And now Baron claimed by Lakshmi. Also, the objective shots make it very close in gold overall. They are only down 2k gold, and now they have the Baron to maybe even siege some more turrets. Lakshmi are back into it.
They absolutely are. That's a huge swing. I just don't know what SGB was doing here. BJ gets caught out. Hazmed goes big, but the back half of this play is baffling.
Exactly. I mean, they could just be okay with it now. I mean, it's a 2 for 2 from ahead. It's not for the cost of the deal, but Shogun and Taki choose to go for it. Yeah, it's close to the wall. I think even if you feather stomp, you don't really win this. I mean, the Mega now.
I agree.
Yeah. The Mega now will still chase you down, and you just die close to the walls. The Graves would likely kill you anyway, and really baffled by Shogun and Taki's decision making there. It was a 2 for 2 with them giving up shutdowns from ahead. Of course, not an ideal play, but you could have scrapped your losses and accepted that, yeah, you just now gave Luxury 2 picks. It's pretty whatever. Hasmet made the best out of it anyway, but Shogun and Taki thought differently. Now, Luxury having the Baron, having some map control back, and also being mentally back into this game. Also look at this Gnar item build, and it's also now on Triforce run, and so he is somewhat of a carry himself while still being decently tanky, and will survive some instances of damage in the team fights, so you can easily catch him, and this will be a problem. Also Cole will likely lose the side lane matchups again, if he ever has to face the Gnar right now. It will not be as easy for him.
No, it will not. Randuin's double dipping in team fights as well. There are 2 crit carries over on the side of SGB. So that active doing wonders for him.
The Gnar is still down in gold. Though. Hasmet has been beasting these team fights.
He's got a lot of farm. But still, sometimes all it takes is a big Mega into the big Mega Gnar into the wall, as Froggy knows he has to abandon this tower. Can't hold it off, but that is a dragon secured for SGB. Soul pushed even further away for these teams. And Hazmed, I think your birthday present is a split push game where you might be the biggest win condition.
Might be the case. Call it now 1 level up. He also had the Baron buff still. And Destiny, yeah, will make it very hard for him to survive. They can. They should easily bait out the ultimate and then just return the fire. He cannot kill anyone in time.
Yeah, it's just perma CC. Lovely stuff there. They do have to commit a lot of resources, but in the end, there's nothing on the map for Saigon Buffalo to try and force a fight over. So who cares? You can wait for the ults to come back up, and that gold you just got from killing Hazmed, that's in your pocket forever.
Yeah, it's just some nice more gold into Gnar, who is already prospering in this last few minutes, and now is even closer to what Hazmed brings to the table. And I mean, even if Hazmed would win the 1v1 theoretically, I mean, if that Mega Gnar will just bonk Shogun into a wall in a late game team fight and just half his HP bar before he can press Feather Storm, that has some value on its own, right? You can just do more towards the carries and just even potentially win the 1v1 standoff against them if there's like a, yeah, Bramble West, Steel Caps, Randuin's mini Gnar in your face. Maybe as a side you don't even beat him.
Maybe not. But the game is remarkably even, Princey. It's only 300 gold between these teams in 25 minutes. It's only 300 gold. It's only 100 gold.
Yeah.
It's a nail biter.
Yeah, they looked lost before that topside skirmish, right? It was like 6k gold in favor of Saigon Buffalo. Now, yeah, Lakshmi definitely did their diligence in having a comeback. Maybe they can catch Code. Oh, Code's Vico got interrupted. Code dying would be very huge.
He should be going down if he can try and get a 1-for-1 somewhere, but I don't think he can. No. They will deny the transformation. He does fall. It's a shutdown over to Hazmed. Trindamir's arm only getting bigger.
Yes.
Shogun as well. Need to see him move on to a 4th item soon enough.
I wonder what Trindamir is really building right now, because it is a Caulfield's Warhammer in his inventory. He could just go Infinity Edge and have his 60% crit from the items alone. Is he going... it's not Death Dance, because he would have a pickaxe then. Is he going Black Cleaver to really just soften up the Gnar? I'm not quite sure what he's going for.
We'll have to find out. A lot of options, of course. As a collapse in onto Blazers, uses the ultimate, but of course there are so many tools to interrupt it. Gold card is locked, but Taki's just going to hold the W. Uses the ultimate just to lock him down, just to make sure as Froggy will pick up the kill. This will allow them to get control over the top side. And Baron a minute away.
Baron a minute away, still a good pick towards Saigon Buffalo, and we see again the cracks showing in what Luxury brings to the table. They are not a team that really can play cleanly in the side lanes and will keep getting picked off here and there. Of course, this time not as consequential as the Baron is not on the table yet, but it will be in a very short time. And of course, the minute before Baron also very important to really get the vision control going. And this is exactly important when you play against a Twisted Fate, that you have very good vision control, and that will not, of course, further increase the win chance of Saigon Buffalo, who of course have been in firm control in this game, but in the last few minutes showed also that Luxury still has a chance in this game overall.
They do, and it was a Cyrilda's grudge for Tryndamere.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense.
Why did I forget this item? That's my item. I love to build a third on Yorick.
I said they owed us a Yorick game. I guess this is as close as we can get. Building the Yorick item. As I was saying, SGB have full control over this top side of the river. It's very hard for Luxury to actually get in there, but they do have this one ward in the Pixel Brush, the complete hero, but it gets found by that Scryer's Bloom. So now the river is dark.
River is now dark, and also Baron and Drake will spawn. Drake will spawn very soon, and we will potentially have both of those on the map at the same time. But now, Saigon Buffalo, of course, with that Baron vision control, can maybe start off the Baron and bait a fight. Twisted Fate not as effective in these 5v5 situations, where you cannot really just easily pick off a target. The Taki's in the flag.
They know where he is. Yeah, he can come in with the ultimate. He finds his way onto Vit. All he has to do is keep him busy for as long as he can. He goes gold to keep doing it. Over on the other side of the fight, we do have it kicking off in earnest. ADCs have taken down each other. It is Xayah continuing to go, but she goes down to Graves. And now Coded is in a position to carry as Froggy has been taken down. This is just Luxury turning it back from the brink. I have no idea how they've done this. We need a replay. They've just picked up 4.
Froggy's hero's entrance was hitting absolutely nobody. Also, the flank from Taki not really working to great wonders there. Blazes did his best job to Destiny in the middle of the fight to really get the catch up, because Shogun could die to him afterwards, and with Bit dying pretty early, it was actually the top side from Luxury really carrying this fight. Cold and Killer Queen weren't really touched by anyone, as the initial engage from Saigon Buffalo really fell short, and that now means Baron over to the side of Luxury, the first gold lead of them in this game. And with Drake just not being on the table, they might just also go for that, because while Saigon Buffalo would just now be in position to take it, also Killer Queen is still very, very healthy. Here we see the play again. Taki with the flank only hits Vit, and Vit still manages to fire. He actually does die pretty quickly to Shogun, but we see the hero's entrance from Froggy not really hitting anyone, and Killer Queen in this close corridor can just absolutely malter whatever Saigon Buffalo brings to the table. And also this Na, I mean, he's basically too fat to really just get killed by BJ, and can just win the CPS checks as the mini Na, because he did so much damage with his hyper.
And the big mistake, I think, that was made there was actually won by Shogun. He made a play that if he was lethality Xayah, he probably gets 3 kills, but he's not. He's not lethality Xayah. He needs to play like an actual ADC. He needs to sit back and throw out the auto attacks. You can't just go frontline, press R into E and go, where's my triple?
At least not anymore, right? Maybe in the early game the difference is less imminent, but with him not having any lethality, it really doesn't work out like that. Also, he just does straight up more damage if he just keeps auto-attacking. So maybe that would have been the play there. You really only Featherstorm defensively on the crit Xayah. And yeah, Shogun, not his best team fight, I would say, and also not his best performance overall. He was in a very good position beforehand, and then I also very highly blame him for that one topside skirmish that brought Luxury back into the game. It was their decision to go for it, and he didn't even get the Featherstorm out, so definitely some blame has to go to him.
For sure, as a hook lands, oh my god.
Oh, Killer Queen is quite fat.
Yeah, just a little bit, as well as this AP Kai'Sa raining hell down on them. As this is Luxury pushing it in. They should be able to break an inhibitor here, and I'm thinking we're getting alarmingly close to a massive upset, Quincy.
We definitely are. A lot of the wave clear is gone with Galio being out. It's the Baron empowered minions, a full 5-man squad from Luxury. They do a lot of turret damage.
Oh, but it's a massive Rakan engage. He charms all 5, but there's no follow-up. Husband's not right-clicking anyone. Can
We're
he
damaged.
actually get a kill? He can't. The damage isn't there. The Xayah is getting zoned. And I think Saigon Buffalo are just screwed.
I think they are just
There's
stake
2
right now.
minions,
Luxury
there's
can
a
just
wave
finish the
coming in.
game. It's 5v2.
Yep, and Coded finds a way in. It's a good feather storm from Shogun to try and hold him back. They just need to click on the Nexus.
Hit the Nexus!
The heroes then just trying to hold them back. They don't need to just hit the Nexus. They want the kills. They want to pad those stats as Luxury proves that they're not out, that relegations are not where they're best.